This time, I'm going to take you to a site of a massive hoard of over 1,400 coins.
How many?
1,400. Now, the actual pot was broken, so what I'm hoping that we can do is we can get there and we can find a few that's missed, and there is a really strong chance of finding a second pot. Now, I've been actually detecting this for a couple of years now, but I've got new equipment and I'm really, really excited to get back there this year because I think this could crack it. And what's really interesting about these coins are they had Roman propaganda on them, actually written on.
Propaganda in those days?
They did, yeah.
Are you serious?
Because that particular time of history was so sort of depressed almost. Everybody was sort of raiding different parts of the empire. Things were not good in Rome, and people were there was quite a lot of hardship happening. So as a bit of propaganda, some of the coins in this hoard actually have "Happy Days are here again" written on them.
You're pulling it.
No. Now, these coins were found by Barry Passon and Dave Phillips.
Dave, I know.
Dave has got an uncanny ability of being around when hoards come up.
Is he coming with us today?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes,
well,
yes.
Then we're in.
Yeah, it's a dead set. He's going to be like our lucky charm, I'm sure.
You need a lucky charm?
Well, I don't, but you do. Of all the digs that we've done together, this is the one that has the potential of finding a whole new pot.
Happy days.
The Turvey hoard was huge, 1,400 Roman coins. That's an enormous number of coins. What were these coins doing all together, and why were they buried? I guess it's got something to do with the end of Roman Britain and the falling apart of the Roman Empire. So I think I need to find out what life was like in Britain at that time. Was it panic and devastation, or did things crumble quite slowly? These are the questions I'm going to have to answer if I want to unravel the mystery.
So just waiting for Gary now. He's a bit late, but at least gives me a chance for another cup of coffee. I have to have a cup of coffee before I go out hoard hunting. It's something to do with being addicted to caffeine, I think. What the hell's that?
Gordon! 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 Do not fear! I am here!
What the f...
Gordon! I'm the man with the crown. The Roman coins are going in the can, man. Gordon! I am the man with the plan. The Roman coins are in the can. Come on, let's get in the van.
So Gordon told me about the inscriptions on the Roman coins, about happy days, Roman propaganda. Well, it's, you know, I'm going to create my own propaganda. And I thought I can get in the field and I can encourage everybody and get them all into the vibe of finding Roman coins, loads of them.
Happy days are here again!
Will you shut up?
My plan is to keep the spirits up, the morale up. Hello, neighbours! Hello, hello!
I think he intends to shout at me all day through the megaphone, I just don't think that's going to help. Yeah, can I have a look?
No, you ruin it.
Right, let's go.
Now, we've got permission from the landowner. We're off to Turvey. Just to the right here now, just past these houses, is where I found the Milton Keynes treasure, where the torques and bracelets came from. 2 kilos of gold.
How much were these talks worth?
The reward was £270,000.
How much?
£270,000.
That's a lot of money.
Which was split between us and the landowner. Once we talk to Dave and Barry, work out where the best prospects of finding a hoard will be.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I went out on a day. The fields had previously proven to be a bit dead, and I decided to go dead slow. Dave was working in the other field in the far corner, and I just turned the sensitivity right up and just got this faint signal and started scraping away the earth, and the signal got stronger. Dug down, found about 7 coins, I went down a bit further, I found 22 in all, rang Dave, told him, and he was there before I could put the phone away. He had come straight across the field. And this is where it all stemmed from.
We started digging the hole out bigger and going around the sides trying to find another signal. And there it was, this loud bang, you know, we thought we were here. Took the soil away and there the pot was sitting and it suddenly collapsed and all the coins fell out. Just wonderful. A bit of a cuddle and silly nonsense. And
I didn't coherent at the time.
yeah, it's quite a strange feeling, I'll tell you. When it does happen to you, honestly, it's just incredible. I carry a picture, actually, of the Hoard because it means that much to us. It's just something I look at daily, really, because we're so proud of it. Where we found the Hoard, the archaeologists do believe it's a midden, like a rubbish dump. So perhaps in the darkness and night, someone has gone out there with their rubbish and gone, we'll bury them here, right? Who knows? But I mean, why would you bury what we call treasure today in a rubbish dump? It's a good way that nobody ever notices it and digs it up, you know?
We are now off-road.
Good to see you again, mate.
I see you, Barry. I see you. You're looking fine? Great. So, where's all this treasure?
Barry, you've got the map, mate.
You got a map?
I hope you put an X on it. A proper pirate's map.
There's the map,
Right.
just below the 6 and 4.
And I believe you think there's also a chance of actually finding something in this field.
Well, that's where the majority of the coins have come out with.
Well, let's see if we can do it again.
You're going to show me where it is?
Yeah, over here, boys. Let's go.
Okay then. All right. First signal. Right. I think it's just something in this lump. Sometimes these low tones can turn out to be Roman coins. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a piece of lead. Tiny piece of lead, first signal. Can only get better, but detector's working okay. Have you found anything yet, Gary? And he can't hear me.
Well, the Romans used to throw coins into springs of votive offerings, so I don't know. I'm gonna have a look. I can't get the coil in with the vegetation. I haven't even got an iron signal. There's nothing here. It's as clean as a whistle.
That sounds a bit better. That's not a piece of lead. It is a hobnail. These hobnails were actually in the shoes and boots of Romans, because obviously they threw away the shoes, the leather has gone from the shoes, and you just remain with these. They're still very interesting, but they are what we're trying not to really dig these up. Next signal, I promise, will be a coin.
I'm just trying round the bottom of this tree trunk. See if I can find anything here. Wow, I found loads of stuff. Wow. And I have found a hoard of shotgun cartridges. Flipping loads of them. How many detectorists have come in here and thought, no, I'm not going to go and detect there. There's loads of shotgun cartridges. So, thinking out the box, I think, OK, there may be Roman coins here that they've never looked for. Whoa. Yep. So the detectors that never detected here were right. It's a shotgun cartridge. Fill the hole in.
This could be something. Could be a piece of lead, though. Right, it's out of the hole. There it is. And it's the first Roman coin. Yay! First Roman coin! He's ignoring me now. Very nice condition. Pop it in my mouth. Licking off some of the dirt. Right, it's got Victory, a winged Victory. It's one of the gods, probably on the prow of a boat. And on that side, you've got a face facing towards my finger. Gary! Gary! He's ignoring me. He obviously knows that I found something.
I think I have one here.
He's going to find one now and claim that he's found the first one, but I've found the first one. Basically, this one isn't actually one of the emperors. It's got a...
I've got one. A Roman coin. I've got one.
I can't remember the name of them. I'm sure that Mike will be able to tell me the type. So that's number one.
Right, go on, what have you found?
I got the first Roman coin.
No, you didn't. I got the first one. You just didn't hear me get it.
I think I found the first one and you were ignoring me. Let me have a look at that. What's that? Look, mine's got a head on it. That might mess up my
Put
case.
it in there.
I had the first one.
No, you didn't. I did.
No, I had the
How do you
first
know?
one.
You just called me over, said, Gary, look what I've got.
I was calling you for 5 minutes before you came over.
I didn't hear you.
A small Roman coin. Can't quite work out what's on it.
Well, the Romans were here, but I'm not sure they had a halfpence piece.
Well, while you're eating, I'll let you show you what I found. I've got 3 nice Roman coins now. That's my nicest one. It's got a helmeted Roman. Can you see it?
I'm sorry.
On this side, it's got a helmeted Roman. A Roman with a helmet on.
Right. What is mine?
That one.
Any idea?
Well, no, it's covered in rubbish.
All right, OK. But my minim is better than your minim.
I haven't got a minim.
What's that then?
That's not a minim.
What's that then?
That's not a minim.
What is it?
It's bigger than a minim. Minims are really small.
Are they smaller than that?
Smaller than
oh,
that.
All right, well, there's mine there. I've got another one, yeah. The creme de la resistance, the Queen Elizabeth.
What, these are the first or second? That's just a halfpenny game.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Take that
No,
rubbish away.
put it in there.
No.
It's a coin.
I'm not having rubbish in my lucky tin. I reckon we get loads more this afternoon. I hope Mike's having as much success as we are.
What's really exciting about this hoard is that it comes from the mid-4th century. This is only about 50 years before Rome withdrew from Britain altogether. There are 2 halves to the hoard. One half has the slogan, "Happy days are here again," which they certainly weren't. Britain and Rome were being invaded by barbarians and the like. This is Roman propaganda. Basically saying, hey guys, don't worry about it, we've got everything in control, when they didn't. And that left space for usurpers, people to come up in those places and challenge the authority of Rome. Now, these coins have the name of 2 usurpers on them, and that's Agnentius and Decentius. And these guys, they couldn't just walk into a position of power, they had to gain support. And the one way to do that is to mint coins, whack your head on front of a coin, and then spread it out across the nation. Rome didn't take this kind of thing lying down. The usurpers were quashed. They came down heavy on them. And in fact, this happened to Agnentius and Decentius. But that wasn't enough. Rome wanted to make sure that their supporters didn't rise up again. So basically, they sent their heavies over to Britain to crush any support there might have been. So it was a pretty scary time in Britain. And certainly, this is not a time you'd want to get caught with coins in your pocket, with the names of Agnentius and Decentius on them. That really would not be a good idea. So I think this is the reason that the hoard was buried when it was.
Has he found another Roman? Oh, I reckon he has. What's that? It's a silver, I think. Could be anything. That makes a change from Roman coins, doesn't it? A bit of silver. Do me.
Right, so another 15 minutes detecting, then down the pub. Dave and Barry are coming down, and we can show what we found, compare finds, and try to make a decision of what we're going to do tomorrow.
Sounds good. I'll show you what. Whoever finds the first Roman coin, the other one buys the beer.
Okay. As long as you don't cheat. Oh, got a signal. Oh, Roman. I've never had to buy Gary a drink in my life. I'm not going to lose this bet. That's that's a refreshing signal, that is. Oh yes, I can almost taste the beer there. The lucky so-and-so. It's only a bit of silver paper. God, can't believe that. Starting to feel the pressure now.
Well, this is where I got all my coins from, so the odds are, if I can get there before he does, I'm going to find one. Don't usually detect this quick.
That's a coin. Stop the clock! It's not a hoard, but it's the next best thing. That is Gary's pint to me. He does make these ridiculous bets sometimes. And there's not a hope in hell him ever beating me. Gone from there all the way to there and not found a Roman coin. There must be hundreds of them. So if he finds one now, you do realise he's going to claim that he found the first one.
I'll get ya! Got ya!
5 minutes too late.
Beat ya!
Too late.
No!
You walked over 100 yards to find that coin when you had one at your feet.
No,
Yes, you
no.
did.
Listen, do you know how you've lost?
I haven't lost.
My wallet's not here, it's in the hotel. So you're gonna have to buy the drinks anyway. No, Gordon, calm down, calm down.
How many did you get?
I don't know, I've lost count.
Because I found 8, 9, 10.
I'm impressed you can count.
That's Sesame Street for you.
How many reckon I had?
That's a button. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
And that's a piece of silver.
No, it's not. It's a piece of Coke can.
Romans
not.
didn't have Coke cans.
Yeah, and it's not made of silver either. So that's 10 coins to
Yeah.
8 coins.
Yeah.
I am the winner.
That's okay. I am not worried. In fact, I'm such a man, Gordon, that I will congratulate you. But it just...
Don't get violent. It's only a game, and I'm the winner. So is this sort of what you'd expect on a day's detecting now on your fields? Obviously, we didn't find the hoard. We'd have loved to have pulled that big pot out.
Thing is, you never know, but I'd be satisfied with it for a day out.
Yeah. I think the main thing is tomorrow, I'm not going to go for these small ones anymore. I'm going to switch my tactics to the deep seeker only.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to stick it out for that one big signal.
Yeah.
If you can get yourself a nice silver coin,
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, cool. Sounds like a plan.
It sounds like a plan indeed. One of
fact.
your famous plans. New day, Gary.
Hi, mate.
Right, so I'm going to go straight onto the deep detectors. I'm going to put on a big coil and I'm going to try to find something big and deep. The great thing about this machine, because this is a very mineralised site, mineralisation to this machine is invisible, so it gets a lot deeper. Now, I can find individual coins, and I will dig them when I actually can identify them, but my real hope is that I can get something a lot deeper. It would be nice just to get the icing on the cake. You know, maybe a Roman silver coin, maybe a brooch, something just a little bit different. It makes you wonder why all these coins are everywhere.
Yeah, they're holes in the pockets.
Yeah, it could be holes in their pockets, but I think that they were so low value, the coins, that if they dropped them, a bit like when we used to drop our half peas, we wouldn't go and pick them up. I mean, how many times you walk around and see coins just laying around in garages and you'd feel almost embarrassed to pick them up because they've got such a low value. I think that was exactly the same even in the Roman times. You also got to remember, they were here 400 years losing these coins. There's a lot of coins in 400 years.
Roman coin. Well, he's off looking for his hoards. I'm gonna find these little babies. Yeah, cool. Let's find some more.
Oh, there's a lovely head on this one. You can see them. Modern farming now, they're just tickling around on the surface. They're not getting down to where they used to get, say, 20 years ago. So it's what you sometimes find is the coins that are a little bit deeper tend to be in better condition. And that extra depth is thanks to this machine and the big coil. Gary's probably got 20 by now, but he's only scratching in the surface for the grotty ones. I'm getting the much better quality ones that are deeper.
Well, that's 2 Roman coins for me this morning in 20 minutes. I hope Mike's pleased with what I found.
I've learned all about Agnentius and Decentius, the Roman usurpers, and I've learned about politics in Rome as it's all beginning to crumble. What I want to find out now is actually what it was like to live in those really frantic times. It must have been pretty scary. So I've come here to meet an expert who's going to tell me all about life in late Roman Britain. Good morning.
Hi, Mike. Nice
Peter.
to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah.
So, what have you brought me here for?
Well, just over here, we have Milton Keynes' famous Roman villa. So let's go and look at it.
Great. So, Peter, who would have lived in a villa like this?
I think the common misconception is that this is some kind of Italian immigrant that lives in these kind of villas. By the 4th century, they're inhabited by a landowning class who may have some kind of centurion lurking 300 years up the family tree, but basically they're local families. I mean, this is what's so clever about the Roman system. All the locals buy into it. This is why everyone takes on Roman culture. If you don't take on Roman culture, you can't be part of it. And like all one-party systems, there are plenty of opportunities to benefit, but if you get on the wrong side of it, it's extremely nasty.
The hoard that I've been studying was only deposited, we think, about 50 years or so before the Romans actually left Britain. So what I really want to find out today is what life was like here in Britain at that rather manic period.
It's probably manic, but I imagine that the people at the time didn't realize that. You tend to get regimes that are there for 15, 20 years, and then someone dies, or an issue comes up and there's a usurper, and it's incredibly messy for 5 years, and then it settles down again. A usurper appears, like Agnentius. He gathers army support, but he also has to gather support among landowners, amongst people who run these kind of villas, because a usurpation relies on money, which relies on the tax flow. And these people are the people who exact that money and keep a regime running. So any Roman regime, you hear most about the military support for it, but there's also landowner support for it. That's crucial. And my best guess about that hoard is that you're looking at someone who got on the wrong side of an attempt to build one of these usurping regimes, and they never came back to get it. So it would be very nasty for them.
So when the Roman army left, it left these people incredibly vulnerable. What did they do to protect themselves?
Well, against local peasants, they've got their own sort of local heavies, their own thugs that they hire in. Actually, the Latin term that you see in the sources is pueri, the boys. Which has a nice modern ring to it.
So kind of more like bouncers than any serious protection.
Yeah, I mean, they're good for keeping peasants in line and knocking a few peasant heads together, but they're not going to fight off a bunch of Anglo-Saxon invaders for you.
Right, right. Well, thanks very much, because I've learned a huge amount. Shall we have another look around? Beautiful morning, we may as well make the most of it.
Absolutely. And there's that really interesting little bath complex over there in the corner.
No hoards yet. Oh.
How's it going? A happy days here again?
Yeah, my happy days are here again.
Are they really happy?
Yeah.
Are you going to find some more?
I am. I'm going to find loads.
Are you feeling them coming up from the ground? They've all got your name written on. They've got Gordon written on.
Yes.
OK, so I can put this away?
You can put that away. I'm happy.
Oh, good man.
I'm happy now you put it away.
Are you sure you're happy?
Yes, I'll be happier when you put it away.
All right, I'm putting it away.
Another coin there. There's coins all around us still. There's probably another coin. This is the type of signal that I live for. Only about 1 in 10 turns out to be a hoard. Usually it's a deep ploughshare or something. But the anticipation, until you get down there, you'll either see a piece of rusty metal or the top of a pot. And that's so exciting when it's the top of the pot. Well, at the minute, it's a hoard. If I dig down and it's not, then it's disappointment. So I might as well just enjoy it for the moment. I'm enjoying it. That's a hoard! Hey, Gary, come have and listen to this. What does that sound like?
Sounds like a big signal. Did you find any signals coming in off it as well?
Coins all around it, all in this area.
It's got the small coil. I've got my probe on as well.
If these coins are to do with the possible hoard, then what's happened is the plough's hit it and has brought a few up.
Any bits of pot coming out? Is that a bit of pot?
Bits of pot.
Uh-oh. No. That is very promising. Oh, Gordon, if you do this, man. Yeah, that's there.
I don't like the target trace that's thrown up there. It's still a long way down.
That's pot. Flipping heck, that's pot.
There could be anything buried on a field like this. I mean, if we were to dig down now, go a bit further and find the top of a pot, then we'd have to stop and bring in the archaeologists to actually excavate it. Until then, I need to know what this is. OK, well, that's iron. Iron. There's iron down here.
A big piece of iron. I've never seen anything like this before.
Well, it's not a pot of coins. I can see it. It's something big and iron. It's quite a long way down. I mean, this could have been even a ditch for a hedge, so it could be just the 19th century. I feel it would be a little bit irresponsible now to remove it out of situ. I think it'd be better for the I'm tempted to remove it, but I think the archaeologists should do it, and then they'll be able to record, you know, the layers and everything that is where it is and everything.
But it's a result, Gordon. Well done, man. You found it. That's a hoard. A hoard of iron.
So the next thing we've got to do is just ring our finds liaison officer, report this, take a GPS reading so they can find it again. We've come across a large piece of iron. I would estimate it's probably going to be 80 pounds or more in weight. Yep. OK, no problems. Bye now. Bye. What he said is he doesn't want us to backfill it because it nearly killed him when they were digging up their hoard, when they had to dig out the pot. So he wants us just, what I've said, I'll try to disguise it a little bit, just put a little bit of soil over it, and then he can come in tomorrow after ringing Dave and Barry, and they'll then excavate it and keep us informed.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Don't want to make it too hard.
Jobs are good, and I'm really chuffed, mate. You did well there.
Yep.
That was a plan that came
Good.
Came great.
Under the direction of the archaeologists, they're allowing us to dig it. That's me and Barry, and we're so excited to be here again. It'd be great. What do you reckon, mate?
Let's get to it, shall we?
Let's go for it, yeah?
Yeah.
Here we go. We're starting to get movement. Now I'm going to try it and see if I can lift the weight of it, because I think it's going to be rather heavy. God, it weighs a ton. All right. The metal piece is out. It needs to be brushed off, and then who knows? There could be more to be seen.
It's turned out to be really important, something that I've never found before. This is only the third one ever to be found in this country of these. So it's extremely rare, very, very important find.
This would have been worth more than gold to the guy who owned it.
What we're trying to find is obviously a coin of Agnentius or Decentius, because that's what the original hoard was. There it is.
Right, let's go.
I wonder where the hell he's bringing us.
I ain't got a clue. Just give me the postcode, and that was it.
I went here outside this pub for the boys because half of the coins in the original hoard had the Roman slogan which translates to "Happy Days are here again." And what better place to celebrate happy days? There were really turbulent times in late Roman Britain. Lots of ups and downs, you know, happy times and then seriously panic-stricken times as regimes changed. People needed protection. And as I never know what mood the boys are going to be in, I've brought along my own protection, known as Sexy Dave in the industry. You ready for him, Dave?
We're ready for them.
I've cleaned up all the coins.
Right.
And one of the coins in particular is really interesting, especially when you actually consider what the original hoard was. There's the lump of iron as well. In the end, it's turned out to be really important, something that I've never found before, and something that only a few have ever been found of.
Really?
Yeah, so I can't wait to tell Mike
Well, what
about
is
that.
it?
Oh, you have to wait.
You do this all the time.
Because I like keeping an idiot in suspense.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. Hey!
There he is.
Hello, Mike!
Oh, I bet you get out of here.
He's gone. He's left me. He's deserted me. All right, Mike.
Salvete, pueri.
What's that?
What do you mean, what's that?
What's that mean?
That's my Latin. Hello, boys. That's how it translates.
I better get the fines.
I'll give you a hand.
Leave him inside.
You take this. If not, he's going to wrap it round my head.
Okay.
Get it back in. Don't drop it, you know. Flipping hurt if you get that on your foot.
Morning, sir. Can you put the box on the table, please?
What's this about, Mike?
Find out later.
Can you empty all your pockets onto the table for me, please, sir? Sir, if you just take a step back, please. I'll speak to you in a moment.
I used to be in the SAS, mate. I'm just warning you before we get there.
Sir, if you'd like to step forward for me, please. Empty your pockets onto the table. That's great, thank you. If you'd like to make your way in.
Bigger they are, the harder they fall.
His hands were everywhere, and they were cold. So what was that about?
It's to do with something that I've been researching, so we'll get to that later. Here's to happy days.
Happy days.
And were they happy days at Turvey?
They were. We were digging up some really nice coins, and then I got a signal. I got one of those signals that I straight away knew this was going to be a bit special. It's something I've never found before. And in fact, not many people have ever found anything like this in this country.
Can't wait to see it. But before I do, let me tell you a little bit about what I've been up to. So I started off by looking at the very end of Roman Britain. And actually that doesn't come until the 5th century. And what happens there is all the troops leave and the Roman administration with it. And that leaves the rich Romano-British people totally unprotected. I mean, they're living in villas, you know, they're not living in castles, they're not living in hill forts, you know, they've got no defence at all. So what they do is bring in the pueri. Pueri,
Yeah.
the boys, as in the lads, you know, they bring in the heavies.
So that's what Sexy Dave was for.
He finally got it! You're not going to give me any trouble, are you?
No, I might.
No, I didn't think so. Dave, thanks a lot.
So I bet you'd like to see the finds.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have them here. What we're seeing is a lot, on the first day, was a lot of these small coins. And these are like literally copies of 4th century coins. As you can see, they're tiny little ones, but there is some detail on them.
How did you spot that?
I found that one.
These are the true
Well
minims.
done. And these are really late, aren't they? These are later than the Hoard.
These are all 4th century, right at the end of the empire. People were making their own copies for the small change, I suppose.
Right,
So that was those. The second day, I wanted to actually find some bigger stuff, and as you can see,
Size matters, huh?
Yeah. Well, it does, because the bigger coins mean that they haven't been rolled around quite so much. Because if they
deeper as
had,
well.
then the other guys would have found them. These are slightly deeper, and as you can see, there's a lot more detail on these. And some of these coins have actually got the name Arcadius. Literally, one of the last coins you will find will be these coins of Arcadius, because after that, we were no longer in the Roman Empire here.
These haven't been knocked around by the plough at all, have they?
No.
So these are the coins that were kind of, as everything was falling apart and the barbarians are invading, this is what was left.
These are what would have been in people's pockets at that time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But we went there to find something from the Hoard, or at least from that period of the Hoard.
Yeah.
So the last coin is actually a coin of Agnentius. You have a coin of Agnentius, which sort of ties everything together.
That's brilliant.
That is a coin of Agnentius.
Oh, that is excellent.
That's a result.
So
Well done, guys.
Which is,
that's brilliant.
also on the back of it, it's actually got victory holding a reef. So it's all again. It's a bit of a propaganda, a bit of a
that's
poke
brilliant.
at Rome, saying, you know, I am victorious.
Yeah.
I have made this coin, and
I've seen these things in pictures. That's brilliant. That's a real piece of late Roman Britain.
we'll have to hand that in, because if it is part of the Hoard, then that'll have to go and join the rest of them.
I mean, this is exactly what you went there to do,
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
it? Was
Yeah.
to add to that hoard.
But then
This
we
is the
started,
icing on the
we
pot
started
tray.
moving out to see if there was any more pots of coins.
Okay.
And there wasn't. But there was a big signal. And that's no joke. There it is.
What is it?
There it is. So first of all, I thought it was just pig iron.
Pig iron, of course, it's like iron before it's been made into anything. Raw material. And you could get a lot of tools, a lot of stuff made out of that.
I took pictures of it and sent it to a professor, a metallurgist in Oxford University, and he says it's not actually pig iron at all. He says that this is technically called bloomery iron, and 4 pieces have made this item, and it is in fact an anvil.
An anvil?
An anvil, a Roman anvil. Only a handful of these have ever been found. One was even found in Pompeii, and this is only the 3rd one ever to be found in this country of these. So it's extremely rare, very, very important find.
This is a completely different aspect of life in
Well, this
Roman
is something
Britain.
I've
you know.
never found anything
Certainly
like
different.
this.
Someone made his entire living out of this object.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Someone spent all day, every day, hammering stuff on this.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that's special, because this would have been worth more than gold to the guy who owned it.
It was his
You know,
living.
without
this was putting food on the table.
Absolutely right.
For me, this was like the cherry on the icing on top of the cake.
You're a
To
sick
quote,
archaeologist.
to quote one of your things. But it is very tactile. It's lovely.
So much history, so much archaeology is about rich people,
Yeah.
you know, and this is about a working man, you know. This is my kind of archaeology. I just think that is absolutely beautiful.
So, I mean, you could picture that back in the times when the guy was burying his coins of Agnentius and Decentius, there was this guy thinking, oh my God, if they come in, they might confiscate my livelihood. He then buried that, and for whatever reason, couldn't come back. So this is like his hoard, his treasure that he buried.
It's a very personal item. It's just amazing because we started off with a hoard, and you found a bit more of it. Great. And now we've got a real person on the site. You know, this has not been carried far. Except by you. But this wasn't carried far. You know, the guy that was using this lived pretty near to the spot that you found it. So we've not only got a load of history, a huge story, we've got a really personal piece of that. Absolutely fantastic. I am really blown away.
So you think we've had a successful day?
You're proud.
Yes, I would, and I think happy days are here again.
Yes.
Cheers.
One more thing, Gordon.
What? I am the greatest detectorist in the world? Is that right?
No, third ever found in the UK.
I've had enough of this.
No, I
I've had enough of this. I want to...